These are the only tools I needed for the job: the flathead, a ratchet with a 15mm socket, and an extension. I think that one says 16 on it, but I used a 15mm open-ended ratchet, a 10 short with an extension, and a deep well 10, just because it gave me a little different depth than with that and the extension, and I can't find my shorter extension, so that's why I used this. I'm going to do a quick rundown of how I installed the blow-off plate on this 2005 PT Cruiser Turbo 2.4. I'm not going to show you how I did it because it was just about an hour of screwing in bolts, but you basically got to take off the air box, take the clips off the top of it. The box itself will pull out after you take off this off of it. It's got the radiator clamps. Basically, you just unscrew it, it pops off. Anyways, when you take out the two bolts, there's one here, you have to use an open-ended. There's one here, they were 15mm. In my case, that'll allow this to drop down. And you can get in there to get this. These bolts here and here, down there, are in a problem. The problem is, let me get the flashlight. Good enough. There's a bolt back behind this oil cooler line. It's a pain in the butt to get in because of the oil cooler line. Well, I believe it's the oil supply line for the turbo. Sorry. And what I did was I hooked this wrench onto it, this 15mm, and pried on it right here. I got these, when I was taking it out, it was the first bolt I took out. Then I took the rest of these out. Then when I was putting it back in, I got this top bolt, the plate, and the gasket, because that was the easiest one to get on. Then this one. Then I put some leverage on this, on the top of it, and pulled down to move that oil cooler line. You can't see it, but it moves it just enough if you pry on it to get the bolt in. The hardest part is getting that bolt in. I have big hands. I'm sure it'd be easier with smaller hands, but that was the biggest problem with this. This would have been a 15-minute job if it wasn't so hard to get that bolt in. You just got to kind of squeeze and reach under there and try both hands. The best way I found was to go under here, and then you can get your hand here to get a wrench on it to tighten it. And I'm going to put this back together, and then I'll give it a start, and yeah, that's pretty much how you do it on here. It's not as simple as they make it seem in the instructions, but it's not hard either. Now I've got the blow-off plate installed. I'll show you the interior noise and the exterior noise of the motor. Please excuse my squeaky belt. I haven't had the car too terribly long, and I've yet to replace it. I was going to replace the belt with the timing belt. Alright, here we go. Wait for the dings to start. Here's interior. Interior. Now let's go to the exterior. Straight down there. And that's the plate installed and what it sounds like afterwards. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Later.